Hi everybody, happy Friday and Christmas Eve. This is Grandma Bev from Life with Grandma Bev, and in keeping with Bob's and my usual Friday date afternoon, we've just finished watching a movie. So of course, Bob makes popcorn and we try to make it as dark as we can in the motorhome, and we watch something that we picked today. I think we picked it from, might have been Amazon Prime. I think that's what he put it on. Anyway, the name of it was, excuse me, was Flag Day. I'm still getting over the end. And a little synopsis on it. Well, maybe I should tell you a little bit more about it first. It's rated R. I think some of it might have been for some of the language, like in the music, because there was a soundtrack, and otherwise I didn't see too much to be concerned about, but you just have to handle the language. It stars Sean Penn. We all know who Sean Penn is, and he also directed the movie. And it also has he and remember his ex-wife Robin Wright Penn at the time, their daughter Dylan Penn. And then I discovered later on through the movie, when they are more or less adults, young adults, the boy or the young man playing his son, and her Jennifer, who was the role she played, brother, was Sean Penn's son with Robin Wright. So, kind of a family affair. Though the son didn't play as big a role in it. It was mainly the daughter in the movie. So let me give you a little synopsis. It's better if I read it so I don't get, too much. Jennifer Vogel. Now, this is based on a true story. So Jennifer Vogel's father, John, was larger than life. As a child, Jennifer marveled at his magnetizing energy and ability to make life feel like a grand adventure. He taught her so much about love and joy, but he also happened to be the most notorious counterfeiter in U.S. history. Based on a true story, like I said, and directed by Sean Penn, Flag Day stars Penn and his real-life daughter, Dylan, in an intimate family portrait about a young woman who struggles to rise above the wreckage of her past while reconciling the inescapable bond between a father and daughter. Now, when it starts out, in fact, through the whole thing, she's basically relating story, thinking back. It goes back to, I think, 75 when they were kids and stuff. And the relationship that she had with her father. And of course, as a child, you tend to fantasize. Not necessarily fantasize, but fairy tale kind of like maybe the relationship you had with them. And so throughout this movie, she's thinking back on the different things that happened through the movie, and about the times when she and her brother would spend like a summer with their father. And of course it was like Disneyland time, just about, how it seemed to a child, and brings us all the way up to the end, which this is a Kleenex one. Anyway, the Rotten Tomatoes score with this was 41%, and the audience score was 55%. And it's called Flag Day because John Vogel was born on a Flag Day, and so every year he would celebrate and get parades and things because he felt they were celebrating his birthday. So it's a pretty, poignant story, about a daughter coming to terms with realizing who and what her parents were, really were. As far as people, it's realizing it was a very dysfunctional life, but it's also based on the true story of Jennifer Vogel. And so I printed out a little bit of info on her. And like it says, Jennifer Vogel's dad was not like other dads. Sure, he loved Jennifer and her siblings, remembered birthdays, took them fishing and on vacations, but John Vogel was a criminal, a con, and a crook. Now, Jennifer wrote the book Flim Flam Man. So it's based on the complicated relationship she had with her father, his life of crime and secrecy, his affection for her, and his death at the end. I don't want to give too much away. So it's interesting. I should mention some of the other people that were in it that made appearances here and there. Now, Regina Hall was in it in the beginning and at the end. And Josh Brolin, he was in it a couple of times. And then we kept seeing the mother. Let's see, I don't have a thing that shows who played the mother. I think it's Kathryn Winnick. But Bob kept saying, boy, she sure looks familiar. And of course, the mother was a very dysfunctional person herself, an alcoholic. So at one point, Jennifer ran away from living with her mom and went to live with her dad. Let's see. The critics were kind of about it. It just came out on where you could watch on through Prime, Amazon Prime in November 2nd of 2021. It was released in a limited series on August 20th, 2021 in movie theaters. And it did okay, but that was when a variant had just came out again, and so people started pulling back on going to movies, and don't need to go into all that, but how life's been. So let's see, what else do I need to mention? I know when I get off of here I'll think, oh, I forgot to mention. Okay, well, because she wrote her book back in September of 2005. So anyway, you wondering what Bob and I thought? We liked it. It was great acting, especially on Sean Penn's part. I mean, it's weird to see Sean Penn in a movie and you realize, oh my God, look at how much older he's looking, and then you realize, oh my God, he's not far from my age, he's, I mean, remember when he and Madonna were together, So, it's always interesting when you run across some of these stars that you haven't seen in movies a lot lately, and then it's like, whoa. I do have a rating thing here, I notice. Rated R, and it's because of some drug use, language, like I mentioned, and violent content. So, how many stars did we give it? 5 stars. And like I say, this one will probably be another one that requires Kleenex for a lot of you. So, I do suggest watching it. Yeah, it was a good movie. So, please make comments below, share, like, and subscribe. And I hope I'm helping you all decide what movies to watch if you're just feeling a little bored. What should we watch tonight on TV? Watch this one. I don't know. You might want to wait till after Christmas, but that would be Sunday. So, I hope you're all having a terrific Christmas Eve. And the weather here is, well, during the night, the weather was frightful. We got our rain. I tell you, it poured. The wind blew like mad, but we knew it was coming, so we were prepared. And then today, the sun is out. I mean, the sky is totally blue right now, but the wind is still breezy. It's, in the 70s, but so, but we've been in all day because, by the time I get up, and then it's time to watch the movie. So, again, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with your families. Be sure to watch my video that's posting tomorrow. That is a 10 people, 10 gals, they're all gals, 10 gal collaboration Christmas gift exchange, and that will be hitting at 12 noon. I guess we're on Central Time in Arizona, so whenever you see it pop up. And there's also going to be a giveaway. So I love you all. Bye.